Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Saturday? Ah, yay. Fernando,
Hello, sir.
how you doing?
Wonderful.
Is the air compressor off?
Air compressor's off. I just turned it off.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to do
25 to live. What's up?
that. God.
Go get cola time.
Yeah. Hey man, let me get a bump of that. Yeah, but it's that wicked aftertaste. Is that the cane sugar one?
This is the real one. Yeah.
That's the cane sugar? That's the imported?
Yeah.
We can get imported Coca-Cola here.
Just like one real sugar.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, 25 years, 25 hertz. Just saying. Hello from Iowa. Cincinnati in the house. Sup, Car Audio Joe. That's like Eskimo Joe's over in Kickerland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
40 hertz. 40 years.
40 hertz, 40 years, whatever it takes. 220, 221. Yeah. Who knows?
What's up, David?
What movie's that from? Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this week. We hope you enjoyed yesterday. If you guys are unaware of what I'm talking about, of course, that is the new show that we have going on over there on High Level Talk, 12 Volt News. That's right, on that other channel. You know, the one where it's Dean and Fernando's car stereo clips.
Yep.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's give ourselves a big shout out here to our sponsor still. The month is over in a day, so until then, they are still our sponsor, Ground Zero, German Engineering, 25 years celebrating. It's their anniversary, and you can pick up yourself a set of the Ground Zero GZR C165 25th anniversary loudspeakers. Now, in case you're wondering, we will be doing an audio test on those here shortly. Thanks to our guy who made our boxes for us.
William Burt.
That's right, Mr. Berg himself hooked us up with those. And we have some nice stuff lined up for next month.
Dude,
so
he's been making cool stuff.
He is
like
making
for
cool
you
stuff.
guys, bass knob and all that stuff. He's making.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I should
but
probably
no,
not
he
supposed
did.
to talk
He did.
about it, are you?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay.
You wanna
All right.
talk about
You
it?
can talk.
Florentino.
All right.
Fernandez, what's up, guys?
Starting next month, one of the sponsors for the show will be iData. We got this up this week. If you notice, this is kind of plain. We have some other things that are going to be happening here on this wall. So just stay tuned for that, of course.
I was about to say
else.
something, but that's probably not good.
I don't even want to know what you're going to say. I can't even imagine. I mean, I know you want to throw everything away on that wall. So
Yeah.
not this stuff. This stuff. Oh God, yeah, it's just.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Dean and Fernando, center channel is so important in home audio. Why not so much in car audio? Great question. Because car audio is recorded as 2-channel. So what that means is that the recordings in home are done in some form of surround, be it 5.1, 7.1, 9.1, and there's all these effects channels to immerse you in the reality of the movie. So your eyes are physically seeing things as the room spins and whatnot, so the sound is moving with you. Car audio, or audio for what we call the 2-channel world in general, has just been two sets of towers in front of us and has never graduated on to anything more than that. They did in the 70s try, or maybe in the 60s, try the quadraphonic sound, which was a front and a rear 4 speakers, and there still is some music recorded that you could probably pick up, but I don't think you'll be able to find a decoder. But that was the idea behind it, that, you know, it was kind of the precursor to this home surround sound that we have, as it were. But it is just never picked off. And the other thing too is when you look at like true 2-channel audio, if you were to sit in the middle, left speaker, right speaker, equal distance apart from you, the way it's recording, it should sound like there is a center image in front of you, and you should be able to see the whole sound stage lined up in front of you. In your car, that's where obviously becomes the issue. That's why DSP has become so important, is that as a hobbyist, as a society, as whatever it is, grow in this audio field that we're in, we start to realize that, hey, there's more that we can do. Technology is there. We can have fun with it. We can start to bring back that true 2-channel audio into a car. It's not so much it's a center channel, it's a center image, in the sense that left and right, magically she's here. Oh, like help me Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. And now we can bring that back into the car with the DSP and adding delays and all-pass filters and equalization and all this fun stuff. So, and up mixing. So that's really where we're at. And I don't really see the recording industry changing anytime soon. Personally, I would be more happy to just keep the 2-channel audio, just give me a better version of it. You know, higher bit rates and stuff like that. You know, Tidal has good, Spotify has their new high-res stuff. I think Amazon even has it now. If Apple would just catch up, my life would be well, because with a Haley and the wife, it's much easier just to have Apple Music. Plus, it works really well with CarPlay.
All right, David, he dropped $5. Say, hi, Dean and Fernando. How are you guys doing today?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
We're good, and thank you for the $5.
And that was a lie.
That was a lie, totally a lie.
Totally a lie. Saturday, ooh, we had to put on our happy faces.
Hey, Lalo.
You know, we dance around before we go on, because most of the time we're like, God, I don't want to be here. I just want to go home. I'm tired of these same 4 walls and the ceiling and But hey, we decided to do a Saturday show.
All right, in $300 range, 6.5 separates. What we recommend? Hertz, CentOS, Pioneer Z series, or other? It's a $300 component set.
So I mean, you can get some Morels in that price point.
You can get some Morels.
The CentOS aren't a bad.
Yeah.
The CentOS so far is what I'm looking at. You can even do R-types.
You can do R-types.
I mean, we did that set of R-types this week that blew my mind. I mean, we haven't done R-types in what felt like forever, and I was like, man, these sound really. I was happy.
Yeah,
I was happy, and the customer really enjoyed them too. He was super stoked.
Well,
but there's a lot of speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the question to ask yourself. This is more of the question. What kind of tweeter do you want? Okay, look at the tweeters. The tweeters are what makes the set. So, do you want a metal tweeter? Do you want a dome tweeter, soft dome tweeter? There again, when you look at like a Hertz tweeter, it's kind of a hybrid between the two, because it's a dome tweeter, but the frequency response on it is very high. So, whereas Morel, the frequency response is high, but it's a bigger dome tweeter, which means it plays lower and it does all kinds of weird things. So, you know, whereas like a Focal, you could get into, you know, you have auditor, you have integration. They're again in that same price point. They come with that metal tweeter. You can get that Focal metal tweeter like he loves with a passion. So, you know, just something to think about.
All right. El Fuego dropped $5. Thank you, man. Looking for a subwoofer in a box. Recommendation for a 2016 quad cap.
Dodge Ram? Tacoma.
Yes, I have a 600 watts available.
For pre-made box, Tacoma. So the Toyota Tacoma, all right. We actually have a couple videos on Toyota Tacomas where we've put the boxes in the passenger side rear. If you're not afraid to cut off the lip, so there's that lip, you know, that little lip, I would cut that off, and we always do. Cut that off, cut the back panel off, or not cut, remove the back panel, just unscrews, and then you could drop the Kicker Comp R box, factory box, right in there. Fits right in, snug as a bug. It just goes in place.
But if you're looking for a box, I think Taco Tunes made a box.
Taco Tunes makes one to go over in the driver's side that just drops into place. I would personally get the Kicker box, unless you're afraid to cut.
Okay, hang on. It's a 2016. It's not Foxbox make a...
Foxbox makes one when you take the whole wall out, because that's what we put in Victor's car.
I would go
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
if you want to go stupid, it only got 600 watts though. What are you going to get off that? That's like 300 watts a sub. It's not, you know, if you had 1200 watts. I mean, you could do two, like, maybe some MX, no. I don't know. I would probably just do one. I mean, we've had a lot of success with one. Yeah. Well, of course, Victor, did he do a PDX V9 on his?
He has a PDX V9.
So he has a PDX V9, which is about that amount of power. Yeah, and okay, so, and he did, so he's got the Foxbox. Foxbox makes a big box that goes in there. You pull that whole plastic thing out. It goes right in. It's ported. It's loud. He put two Comp Rs, and he's got about 600 watts. So, yeah, you could do that. Okay, you're right. Good call.
There you go.
There you go. Options.
What's up, Bobby and Jennifer?
Bobby.
That's Bobby right there.
You know, he really had to depress me the other day, because he was like, man, you know, February, we got together, we went to the museum, we cruised around, I was your taxi, we had that awesome Mexican food, and drove around with him yelling at everyone because there's no place to park!
Oh, yeah,
You know, it was like, just park anywhere. It's all good, we can walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here we are, and almost September, and the world has just gone to shit. Hey, where can I find some car audio update classes? I'm interested in updating my knowledge. Well, okay. Funny you should ask.
Yep, there you go.
Because, you know, right now, the big thing seems to be DSP. We're all interested in DSP, and you know, which makes sense. Who doesn't like DSP? So I feel like that is, of course, something you can do from home, because right now traveling is just out of the question. Once we can travel again, obviously you have Mobile Solutions, you have Kingpin University, but right now there's 3 classes you can download from Educar at educarteachable.com, the thing you see there on the bottom. He's got 3 classes you can learn about DSP. Download one, they're like $25 or something like that.
Look at you.
If you're into reading, of course, you can always do an MECP study guide. They have tests that you can take in the book itself. They have the basic, the advanced, and the masters. There's 3 books there that are, and there again, you don't actually, you just have to read them if you want. You don't even have to take the test. I mean, you can take the test now. You can actually proctor the test from your house. Oh my gosh, it's 2020. You can do that? Unbelievable. Now if we can just get a PDF version of it so that we can just carry it around on a phone or a Kindle or something like that. Yeah. 2-ohm recommendation on speakers. Powerbase makes one that's probably a perfect fit for what you're trying to do. So I would definitely check out Powerbase. They're great speakers. Jeff Fox, big shout out to him. And we have a set of them over here somewhere. But anyways, and then of course the Harman stuff, which is going to be your Infinity, JBL, Audison in the Prima line makes a set of 2 ohms, 6.5s. Of course, all the K2 stuff is 2 ohms. Probably not where you're going with it. Yeah. No, he's not a sponsor. He's just, I've taken the classes. I like them. I enjoy them. And we're trying to help the guy out. You know, he's a good guy. He has good classes.
It's not what we do with everybody.
We try to help everybody out. I mean, for the most part, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, if, you know, yeah, you rub my back, I don't rub yours, but I'll give you video time.
I don't want to rub your back. Don't rub my back.
I mean, you know, if you want to give me a shoulder massage, I'm not going to tell you no. It might be awkward, but I'll get over it.
Yeah. Fernando, what is your favorite sound skin? All right, hang on to that. Robert, keep up the good work, guys. He dropped $5. Thank you. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
So, Fernando, what is your favorite sound skin?
So I'm guessing he means sound treatment.
Like sound treatment.
You
Ground Zero, it's really nice. It's so thin, easy to work, very flexible. Sometimes I don't even use the gloves because it's awesome.
Cut your fingers.
It's awesome. For the door, for the plastic door panel, I like to use. It's just the Stinger Ultimate.
With the foam.
With the foam, yes.
Yeah, so the Ultimate is butyl, aluminum foil, and a foam glued to it. Yeah, it's hard to beat. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
That's it. Yeah, but
I mean, essentially, that's what you're making with the Ground Zero stuff, though. Actually, making it one step better. Yeah. Because you have butyl foil, another sheet of aluminum, and then another sheet of foam, which is twice as thick as the Ultimate. Yeah. So, I don't know. That Ground Zero kit's hard to pass up.
It is. It is. It's so nice. So nice. If you have the ability to take to grab some Ground Zero sound dampening,
you're gonna get it wet.
Grab it. Grab it.
You're not getting it wet. Who am I, Ernie? Yeah. All right. Shoulder massage weird. You hate. Sorry, man. It happens.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Yeah. 4 gauge for kicker key. Yes. For both of those amplifiers. Yeah, and the 5. Yeah, for both of those. Yeah. 4 gauge with a power distribution block.
Totally.
We have an F-150. I think we filmed with that coming up. I saw the Mustang. So here's what happened this week, guys. In case you were like, what happened? Why did we get one video on a Toyota and then all of a sudden there wasn't anymore? apparently I had already edited that, and it just didn't get marked as edited. And I was sitting there one night, and I was like, I'm gonna edit that thing up, and it's gonna, yeah. And then I saw some of the comments. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I might have actually already done this one. So I went and found it, and yeah, I had done it, I think, in 2019. So I was like, crap. And so immediately found a 911 and went right into that, because I knew if there was anything to make you guys forget about anything you've seen in the past, as a 911 video. And I was right. All right, hold on. I just made an installer follow tour recommendation 2019. It has an OEM amplifier. I didn't use any high to low level. I used our tips, and it sounded amazing. Thanks. Yeah, okay. I mean, you could do that. I mean, as long as, you know, you don't need to use one if the amplifier will take the voltage that you're feeding it, so.
All right, real quick. Harry Lumsdom?
Yes.
Harry, thank you so much. He's the man. He dropped $70.
How much?
$70.
Holy God.
That's what I say. He's
No
the man.
strings attached.
Awesome.
He is the man.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you. What are your thoughts? Hold on. What are your thoughts on the DSR-1? Do you have any thoughts on the DSR-1?
I like the DSR-1 for the price. If you don't want to spend that much money, $300. How much is it?
$279.
Okay, so $300 range.
So this is the
Yes.
DSR-1. Let's go. Do you want?
But depends how many channels are you gonna need.
Yeah. I tell you what. We'll take a quick look at it,
Okay.
and we'll switch to the Fernando cam. Fernando cam in action. DSR-1. This is the box. The box is sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the box.
Right? It just comes so nice. All right. First, kind of. Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay.
zoom back just a tad. It is plastic. Now, what makes this unique is that it is one of the few processors that will do three things, meaning three ways of integration. First off, you have the Maestro AR integration, which means that it's designed to work with the vehicles, which we're going to talk more in next month. We'll go over all that. Then we have high-level and low-level capability built into it, so that you can just switch around, and you want high-level, you want low-level. It's simple. So it'll do all three. Now, the DSP, this is the AR, this is your output, this is your bass knob, this is your input, this is your AR connection, this is your other AR connection, USB programming, and then of course status indicator. Now the one thing about this is it is 8 channels. That's it. It's 8 channels. And there's a configuration for it that, hold on, let me see if I can get this. Yep, that's it. Okay, we'll go back to the main camera.
All right.
It has a configuration on it that you can only do certain things with those 8 channels. So when you're setting it up, you have pages that you flick through that are predetermined. So you have front, rear, sub. You have front, mid, front tweet, rear, sub. You have front tweeter, front, mid, center, sub. You have front tweeter, front, mid bass, sub, and things like that. Front tweeter, front, mid, sub. So you have to pick from its predetermined thing. All those are on the app. The other thing too that is unique to this is only programmable from a portable device. So either an iPad or an Android tablet. Feature-wise, it's got everything. It's got 31 band parametric EQ.
Yeah.
It's got 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, 48, dude, dB per octave slopes. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Every channel can be a bandpass channel, which is nice. So you can set up a subsonic filter. You can set up a low pass filter for your tweeter. Yeah. Why would you need that? Why wouldn't you need that? So it has volume control for all the channels. It has as many presets as you want to make.
Yeah.
You know, you can make 100 presets if you want.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, it's the tool to tool. For $280, you're going to be hard pressed to find a DSP that has more features. Now, that's the good. What are some of the bad? Because there's always going to be, you know, nothing's perfect for $280. And there again, it's a plastic DSP. It doesn't have the, I'm going to say, spaciousness feel to it as a DSP twice its price range. So if you look at like a Helix MiniDSP, an AudioControl DM608, or any of those $500 DSPs, those are going to, they're bigger. They have more stuff in them, bigger processing power. Just and you hear that if you know what you're listening for. Okay, you're gonna hear that spaciousness, that like, wow. You know, it's not as bad as going from like a sound bar to a full like surround sound system. It's not that, but maybe it's like going from something like a Bose surround system to, let's say, Klipsch or something big. You know, where you're just like real speakers, real 5s, real 6s, real tweeters, towers. You know, where you're just like, you know, the Bose sounds cool, and you're listening like, oh man, there's just shit everywhere. It's like, wow. And then you hear like a real theater, and you're like, oh, never mind. You know, so yeah, I guess that would be the easiest way to think about it. Would I use one? We've used one in his car for years before we started trying with something else. Right now he is running the MiniDSP, but...
All right. El Fuego, he dropped another $5. Thank you, man. 2016 Tacoma, will you do the Kenwood 6x9 component set or the 7-inch?
Go with the 6x9s.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Totally. Oh, I love those, man. I mean, that's just me. If you want to go 7x10,
like
the sevens. I like the high frequency mid range. Everything we've put those in has just outperformed those 7-inch. You know, I think it's a better sound. But speaking of Kenwood, thank you for bringing that in, Mr. El Fuego. We have something to announce. We've talked about it a couple times this week, but set in stone. We have the date, the time, when it's going to happen. When? September 9th. Where?
Yes.
Here on YouTube. Who? Kenwood or JVC Kenwood Corporation is sending in Mr. Seth Hostetter. And what are we going to talk about? Well, the products you guys have been dreaming about. And I said JVC Kenwood Corporation because we're going to have actually 4 radios here. We're going to have, I'm going to read, so I'm going to look down. We're going to have the JVC KW-Z1000W. We're going to have the KWD DNX 1007XR, the 57XR, and the 1037S. What are those? They're the floating screen radios. We're going to have all the floating screen radios here. This is a guy you're going to ask all the Kenwood questions to because he's the trainer. He's the guy that knows everything about these things, okay? So on that day, the 9th, he's going to come in. He's going to bring the radios with him. We'll probably power them all up. We'll be swinging the Fernando cam. You guys can ask all the questions you want about these new 10-inch. What do they do? Where are the features? And we'll know. So be thinking about, if you're like, I'm seriously thinking about getting one of these Kenwood 10-inch floating screens, what is the difference between this one? What are these features? What can it do? What can it give me? All those things you guys get to ask. If he just doesn't already tell us. So my guess is he's just going to tell us everything first. And then if we have we'll do a whole Q&A thing at the end of it. But that's what's happening. This is that important to them that they're coming here amidst all this goofiness. He lives in Florida. But yeah, we're super excited to have him on because we know how awesome this radio is going to be. And
are we going to do it here? Or are we doing it?
We're going to do it here.
Okay.
We'll do it here. Why would we do it anywhere else? I don't want to drag all this stuff over there.
Cool.
That's a pain. I don't want to be home at 10 o'clock.
That sounds good.
Because we'd have to go over there, then we'd have to... I don't even
No. I'm talking about this platform. YouTube or Facebook.
Oh, no, we're doing it on YouTube.
Okay.
Cool. No, yeah. We're doing it on... Yes, we're definitely going to do it on YouTube.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because, let's be honest, guys. Facebook is fun, but...
I love YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is way cooler.
All right. Hey! Jose de Jesus! California. All right, hang on.
I like how you switched t-shirts yesterday.
Cool. Me?
Yeah.
Yes,
I do not know speak English well. It's okay.
Hi, everyone from Chile. He dropped 1,000.
Oh, Chilean money.
Chile money.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Friend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go back to here.
All right.
All right, you got a question?
I'm gonna put Greg Ray on top of it. He drives $50. Thank you, man.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that didn't catch the news show this week, shame on you, but for those of you that didn't, one of the things that we talked about on the news show is Mobile Solution, I'm sorry, not Mobile Solutions, the MEI top 12 50 installers. So like if you've been following along, like it's time to vote and do all the other fun stuff, so definitely check out the videos. But the reason why what we talked about on the news show is this information here. So you can find this at MEindustryAwards.com. You have your top 50 installers, you have your top 50 retailers, you have your top 20 salespeople. And why it was relevant as news, other than the election side of it, which is extremely cool, go vote, is a lot of the times you guys say, oh, I wish I had somebody like you in my neck of the woods.
Yep.
Well, that's where you can find these guys. We've shared their videos. Some of the guys are sharing their videos on the Clean Wire Club. We're letting them do that. So, you know, the nice thing is you know, you can find these guys. Sometimes you can find their videos on YouTube, but you can introduce yourself to them in the social networking thing and maybe let them do some work for you. So you might be able to find a guy in California or Texas or wherever you're at that cares enough about this industry to take the time to enter this contest because he's proud of his work. Everyone that entered this, you know, not everyone is a winner. Not everyone got into the top 50. There's way more people that enter than the top 50, than the 50 people that are entered into it. But these are all guys that like care about what they do. So just saying, use it as a resource if you're trying to do this on your own.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna say, James, he dropped 499. Thank you, James. And where is it? For the 2010, no, I'm sorry. Kicker KEYLOC.
Yes.
Be the right LOC to use in a 2017 Silverado non-Bose for a subwoofer install.
Yeah, you could do that if you're just doing subwoofer.
Yeah,
of course.
And
yeah, that would work perfectly.
Kicker KEYLOC, it's just the best.
Yeah, take it off of the rear speakers though. Let it see
get
if you
the
can.
signal.
Let it see if you can get the. Let it do its thing. All right.
And I'm gonna come back with Mr. F right in a minute.
KEYLOC. Fernando cam.
Yes. Don't rush me.
All right. So for those of you who've never seen the KEYLOC, one of the things that's extremely neat about the KEYLOC is these LEDs right here. You have the power LED, no fun there, it's just the light that turns on. But low, mid, and high, this is an RTA that's built into this, real-time analyzer. What that'll do is that is going to, when you run its test, it's going to show you, and these are going to light up telling you, do I have the signal to create what I'm trying to do? So for example, if you tap this into something and you're trying to do subwoofer and only the high and the mid light up, then clearly that's the wrong thing to tap into for a subwoofer. It's not going to fix it enough to allow you to hook up a sub. There again, and the opposite, if you're trying to hook up something that is going to play tweeter and mid, and you only get mid and low, then there again, it's not going to play high frequencies. If you get all three of them to light up, then you know you're awesome and it's good. This LED where it says EQ is number 4, this is the de-equalization circuit built into it. And this is what he's referring to, is this the right DSP to use, or right high level to low level.
LOC.
So essentially what this has is a de-equalization circuit built into it that is designed to go in, you feed it the signal, it de-EQs the whole thing, boosts it up, sets it back to flat, so that you can then amplify it and have guaranteed best output. Now these 3 LEDs on here, basically the frequency response is the low is up to 200 hertz, the mid is from 200 to 2000, and the tweeter is 2000 and up. So that's giving you the range that it works from. Super sexy, super cool. The other thing to consider if you don't want to go with this, because you don't want to have 2 devices, is just the KEYLOC, I'm sorry, the Key 501. The 501 has this technology built into it, and we'll do the same thing. It'll de-EQ, flatten out, and it has a bass boost built into it. You can add a volume knob to it if you want. It is 500 watts. The nice thing about the KEYLOC, though, is it takes any amp and turns it into a key amplifier. That is the key. So you could take this and put it in front of anything. So if you wanted to, you wanted a 300 watt sub or 3000 watt sub amp, you could take this cool black stealthy ground zero prototype.
Right here, hang on, let me show you this.
I was gonna say what? Yeah, stealthy 3000 watt prototype 1 ohm we got here, and you could turn this amplifier with the help of the KEYLOC into a key amplifier, and you can use that to power up your subs and do amazing things, like maybe put a quad box in your car. Just saying.
A quad box?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, hang on. I got this one.
Yeah.
Alright. F. He dropped $5. Thank you. Hey, Dean and Fernando, what is your opinion on using threaded inserts versus the T-nuts versus just a straight wood screw to install a subwoofer into the enclosure? I will.
Alright, so the question is...
285 to life, man. What's up?
Alright, go back to your camera. Bring it over here. So these are what he's talking about. You have these guys here that have these little annoying things on them that you drill the hole, you pound these up from the back side, and then you run your screw into it, and then you have these, which you can mount from the front or the back. Most of the time you mount from the front. They go in with an Allen head, and you thread them in. You know, it takes a machine screw. Which one is better? Alright, for installation purposes, the one with the Allen head, the little silver one or gold one here, way easier to install. Love these. These are awesome. However, if you don't get the hole size right, you can crack them in half putting them in. The downside to these is you're putting it into the top, so if you're not putting it in through the bottom, you're not sandwiching your woofer into the wood, so there's still a risk that these can pop out. This goes in from the bottom. Now the downside with this is, well, they fall out. So it's like you almost have to put a little bit of super glue on them when you put them in, and you got to hammer them in, because sometimes it's always the last screw you go to put that in, and then it just falls in the bottom of the box like that, and you're like, I got to pull all these things back out again? So neither one of them are spectacular. So you just do like a big ass screw through the top of the box into the wood. I can tell you this, in 30 years of doing it, I've had very little screws fall out of boxes when they're just using, you know, the right screw to hold it into wood.
I like M&M's.
Yeah. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside, Guess who's
Okay.
back? Ow. Pain. Okay.
Quival 981. He dropped $10. Thank you. Lina Fernando, it's one run of 0 gauge for a 3 PDX V9 amplifiers.
Yeah.
Also, any tips for a 3-way tuning?
Do it one speaker at a time. Yeah, no, 0 gauge for 3 PDX V9s, perfectly fine. Brian, that's what he ran in his car when he was competing in Iasca. He ran 0 gauge back off the 3 PDX V9s, and yeah, no problems there.
Yeah.
Back to the M&M question, though. Oh, no, Cadbury eggs. Oh, my God, those are, ooh.
What?
Cadbury eggs. 25 to life, changing the subject, you know.
No,
really,
that's what he said.
Really hurting it.
Like M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms. Have you had the peanut butter M&Ms?
No, not yet.
Really?
No.
Oh my God. He'd never had a Three Musketeers either. He's so weird. Milky Ways.
I know.
I got him an Almond Joy one day, and now they're like his favorite candy.
Yes, I
So-
like those.
But peanut butter M&Ms. I like the peanut butter M&Ms. They're a little bit better than the Reese's Pieces.
He say, guys, M&Ms with or without peanuts?
I go for with the peanuts though if I can't get the peanut butter ones, only because you get the protein of the nut inside, so you don't feel as bad. It's like a joke. You're like, well, they have protein in them.
Yeah.
Now, if it was dark chocolate M&Ms with peanuts inside, that would probably be the one I would buy. That would be the winner, because because I like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. 2010 Tacoma access cabs, ceiling speakers. What size are those? They're probably like a 2.5. It's probably the little 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little annoying 2.5 if they're anything.
Ooh.
Wouldn't even use them.
No,
Oh, gosh.
not even use them. No.
Yeah.
Mike Silva, he dropped $4.99. Thank you, man. How would you guys wire up a high out speaker wire input harness?
How would you guys wire up a high
Speaker?
output speaker harness?
High
I
output
have
speaker?
no idea.
Confused with the question, man.
Or just the wording of the question.
Right.
I mean, if I don't even want to guess. I mean, if we're talking about something that has
Like
a lot of power passing over it, I mean, a harness is a
like
harness.
the ohm load?
I have no idea. That was weird. Try to retype that one. Or
Yes.
give us some more information. You got the.
All right. For a 2010 CRV, when you guys take the radio, how do you guys take out the AC control without breaking it?
Out of 2010 CRV?
Very.
Why do you got to take out the AC controls? I don't remember taking out the AC controls.
CRV.
2010.
I mean, you can go with in Metro Online. They tell you how to remove the
Now he's got me curious. All right, answer somebody else's question.
Right, hang on.
Find one that you can answer real quick.
Hang on.
I'm curious.
Michael.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah, that's Michael.
Hey,
Michael, he dropped $5. DM810 channels. DM810.
Yeah.
9 channels and 10 are clipping. Then 9 and 10 are clipping.
Ooh, okay.
With 0 dB signal, no matter the volts. Why? Trying to set up a digital from a DAC player source, coax into the DSP.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Remember this the other day? The one that shattered on us?
Yeah.
It was all cracked?
Okay, so this is... Okay.
Yep. I remember that one. You're right, that Honda CR-V. But no, that one was already cracked, remember?
Well, yeah, but like you can go with some of these panels.
Oh, the metal panel pry tool? Yeah. Fernando Cam.
So thin. Sorry, my bad. Now we're gonna.
It's made out of tin, but yeah.
So look, and you have to be
Mobile
very careful.
You can get those at Mobile Solutions.
Yeah.
Those are super helpful tools. Mobile Solutions has those. 12-volt Tools has those. Everyone, I think, has these. So you can pick them up for like $10 or something like that.
Yeah. And you have to go around, all the way around. Don't start in one spot.
But no, you're right.
Yeah.
That is one of those cars that there was a flaw in the car, the plastic, and we had one the other day that it was the corner was missing from it already, and I was like, one of the things that,
but you don't have to take the...
No, you just have to take this off. We took as much stuff as we could, but this is the only thing that has to come out. But the problem is, remember, this corner was cracked. All right, let me show you guys what we're talking about. So this air conditioner here has to come out, this module, and it just unclips. The problem is this area right here and this area right here typically are already broken from the factory, meaning they've already shattered into a million pieces because the car is old and they use cheap plastic. So it's one of those cars that you, just like a Nissan pickup, hard body pickup truck, where the top of the dash is typically going to break on you, and when something is already broke, you can't unbreak it. And that's the problem that you run into, is that you get a guy that comes in, you already see a stress crack, because like we'll just push on it to see if there's any cracks, and usually you can see them start to come apart. And it's like, I can't fix this, meaning I can't not take this out and it not be broken because it is already broken. I often look at it like it's a 2007, 2008, and I really don't care, because chances are good you're not buying an $8,000 radio, you're getting something that's like $200. So I explain to them, and I say, hey, listen, I get it, you want this, but here's the problem. This is going to break. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not going to pay for it. I will try to fix it as much as I can. You know, we have plastic welding kits and bumper repair and all this stuff. So when it does go pow, we just, you know, Humpty Dumpty, but you can't put an eggshell back together. So, yeah, it's one of those things. You know, the thing is you have experience, you know it's going to break. If the salesman doesn't catch it, you get it around back, you go back up to the salesman and say, listen, you need to call the customer and tell them that, look, this is going to break. If they want us to do it, great. If they don't, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to risk this for, you know, $300 because the part is going to be more than that. It's not worth it for you. You know, because $300 you're making a $30 on if you're lucky. Forget that. It's not worth it for me.
All right, El Fernandez, see you, man. Thank you so much for watching, bro.
Fuse big 3 power wire from the alternator to battery, yes or no? Yes. Go.
All right. Michael, like I say, he dropped $5. DMA 10. Channels 9 and 10 are clipping with 0 dB signal, no matter the volts.
Yes.
Why? Trying to set up a digital from the DAC player source coax into the DSP.
So, if there's nothing plugged into it and you're getting distortion on those inputs, that means there's something wrong with that channel. That's the only thing I can think of.
9 and 10.
Just 9 and 10.
Yeah.
There has to be something wrong with 9 and 10. Hold on a second.
It's clipping with a 0 dB signal.
Well, but what is going into it? So if you unplug the RCAs from it and nothing is getting fed into it, is it still clipping?
Right.
Because you could just put a digital multimeter on whatever it is that you're plugging into it and see what the output voltage is at that point, or put an oscilloscope on it and see what signal is coming out of it. So, you know, if there is a signal that it is seeing, that it, remind me to shut this off this time.
Channels 9 and 10 are clipping.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just see what 9 and 10 do. So this is the DM810. Why did it open so big? Oh, it's like it's so large.
That's good, right? You
got
more channels?
Yeah. Just stretch it out across the screen.
Well, just
hold on. I'm trying to get it to where we can actually see what it is first. Hold on. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
All
right. So channels 9 and 10 are fed off. What are channels 9 and 10 being fed off of? Because when you go to output view, so how the DSP is set up, you have input view here. You have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 are split, 7 and 8. 7 and 8 on a DM810 is the pass-through channel. So what that means is that you're going to be using 7 and 8 if you're just running 2 channels of audio into it from a DAC or something like that, or over the Tosh link. So that's where they get fed in, is to 7 and 8. So when you go to the output setting, you're going to, because if you'll notice as we go through here, see how everything has 7 and 8 turned on? That is because when they're testing the product, when she sits down to test the product, which we actually showed in the video, she plugs in everything on 7 and 8 to test to make sure that everything is passing through and everything is working. So internally, 7 and 8 input is feeding the whole processor. If you don't have anything plugged into 7 and 8, then obviously it's not going to matter, as you can see, as you pass through. But 9 and 10 can be fed off of anything. If you're running something into it, though, make sure that all these other channels are off on that. But what is feeding 9 and 10? Because if it is just getting fed by itself, well, let's say 5 and 6 are on 9 and 10 and nothing else is on 9 and 10, possibly switch some of your input outputs around and see if it moves. But there has to be something that's feeding into those channels that's causing the issue. If, for example, everything is feeding off 7 and 8, just like it is here, and you're running a DAC in over 7 and 8, and you're getting distortion, I would check the output of the device. Maybe switch it. Maybe get just a regular phone and run RCAs into 7 and 8 and see what happens there. Then throw possibly an oscilloscope or something like that onto the output device. The other thing too is you can look over on the input view. This is the input RTA here. So this is the RTA that shows you the signal that's coming in to the unit. See what the heck is going on you know, is there any low level input issues?
7 and 8.
7 and 8, yeah. 7 and 8 are your inputs. So, yeah,
So
that's all I got.
The signal is on scope. On the scope is clean. Yeah.
Okay, so there again, if all else fails, meaning you've checked everything, which you may have done. I don't know. I'm just giving you what, you know, this is what we've done. General overview. Obviously, I'm not sitting there with the tools. There is a chance there could be something wrong with the DSP on channels 9 and 10. There's totally, you know, and if there is, it has a crazy warranty. That's the great joy of audio control is they stand behind their product like nobody in the industry.
Nobody.
So all you have to do is call them up, request an RA, explain to them what it's doing, send it out to them. I mean, Chris Bennett is the man. Alex Camara, who runs it, buddy of mine.
Yeah, Matthew Palumbo, if you use it with him.
What I'm getting at is that if there's something going on and you've exhausted all of your mental ability, all the testing you've done, you've tried everything, then give them a call and they'll take care of it. I mean, that's the only thing I can do.
I think Fernando really is Rey Mysterio Jr. Shh, don't say nothing. I am.
So when this whole COVID thing started, he goes, "Hey man, you know what I want to get?" Because we were talking about going to Dallas.
Perfect, yeah. I was about to get a...
he wanted to get the...
Mascara.
Yeah.
like Rey Mysterio, literally.
Yeah.
Just like that.
What was the Jack Black movie?
Jack Black?
Yeah, where he was the wrestler. He went and played the wrestler. Jack Black had a Spanish... Nacho Libre. Where he had a Spanish accent. Oh yeah, there you go.
Alright, Mike
like
Silva, he dropped $5.99. Sorry, high output wire harness that would come with full range amps.
How would you wire those up?
Output wire harness that will come with a full range amp.
So like a full range amp has a high level input and RCA input. I'm thinking is that what we're talking about?
I think that's what we're talking about.
How would we wire
How
those
would
up?
you wire high output and a high
high level
speaker
level input on an amplifier.
High output.
All right, so I'm trying to think of how best to explain this to have it make sense. 'Cause these all have.
This is high low. Yeah, high low.
Yeah. All right. So Commander.
Nope. My battery
Did it die?
Yeah.
All right. So on the side of the sound digital amplifier here. Sorry, I didn't charge this battery this week. I suck. Side of the amplifier, you have high level and you have low. You have high level and you have low level are typically the RCAs here. What they want you to feed the high level is the amplified output. Now, fortunately for us, and us, I mean you too as well, most cars now have some form of a T-harness. A T-harness you can either make or buy. If you choose to buy them, which is nice. I can tell you that Metra is the problem is right now is everybody's out of all their products. So like Metra, the Ford harness is almost impossible to get right now. The nice thing is that the replacement for it, which will be coming from my data, which is the DFO2. The DFO2 and this harness are basically the same harness. It's the same harness. Obviously this one is for an AR, but it's the same ends and it does all the same stuff, which is extremely cool because now that we can't get this, we'll be able to get these. These are going to drop next week, so you'll be able to pick up a Ford one. But even so, you can go onto metroonline.com and you can pick up a 70 or a 71 harness, which is going to be the, here's metroonline.com right there. You can find the link to it, metroonline.com. And what you have is you have speaker wires in and speaker wires out. Speaker wires out are going to go to the high level input on the amplifier. And there's 8 wires, a solid and a stripe. The solids are positive, the stripes are negative. They use standard colors: white, gray, green, purple. White is driver, gray is passenger, green is driver, purple is passenger, front, rear. And then you have out of the amplifier back off to the speakers. If that's what you're asking, then that's typically how we do it. Now on the Metro Online, if they don't have a T harness, most of the time they'll have a 70-71 harness. Now, how we do that with the 7071 is you're in luck. The part 1 of the Toyota video we put up this week, the one that says it's getting focal speakers, I'm probably going to go and extract out the part where I showed you how to use a 70 and a 71 to build a T-harness, because we do it in that video. So you may want to go check that video out this week. It says Toyota gets focal speakers, but inside of that video, where you'll never find it, and because it's not listed that way, is how to make a T-harness out of a 70 and a 71.
All right, real quick, Jay's Alarms. He actually came here from Fresno, California to say just hello.
Hey,
that was him.
Yeah.
He dropped $100. Thank you, man. I appreciate
I have
it.
his shirt that I wear at nighttime now.
Yeah. So check them out. Facebook, Jay's Alarms. He's in the industry.
He was bored.
He's like, I'm gonna drive to Florida.
Well, then he drove to Maine or New York or something first.
All over the state, yeah.
All over the country.
All over the country, crazy. But hey, check them out, Jay's Alarms. That was a pleasure to meet you, man. Hang on. Fly99, he dropped $10. Hey guys, what is a great SQ 2-way or 3-way front stage for a GMC Sierra truck? JVL 670 GTI or CDTS. Thank you.
Morale.
I hear put tweeters in the dash and don't put tweeters in the dash or put it in the doors with the mitts.
Do the dash. Go for the dash. Do the Morels.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you factory location.
Or the Tempo Ultras. I can never remember what those are called.
Yeah.
Maximos or Tempo Ultras?
Tempo Ultras.
So the 6x9 Tempo Ultras. Check out the Morels Tempo Ultras.
No, not Ultras.
No, Tempos.
Tempos.
Or the Maximos. They only make one pair of 6x9 components in the Morel line. Check those out.
Yeah.
You want to be impressed. Drop a set of those in there with a little bit of power. Woo, man.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed. That's a 2-way.
And now, if you're looking for a 3-way, Morel.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-way,
what
I was going to say, if you want to look for a 3-way that's like super affordable, you could actually do the Kenwoods, because you do the Kenwoods with the 3.5, because it's a set where you get the Kenwood mid bass that goes in the door and the 3.5 tweeter that goes up in the dash.
So when he say SQ 2-way, 3-way, I'm just going for like.
If I'm going for SQ, I'm going Morels.
Focal, Flax, or K2s, or.
We could do a set of Flax 3-ways. You could do a set of 2-ways.
Yeah.
If you want to build a pod. I mean, Nick Wingate, he had the Chevy truck, same truck you have. He went with a set of Flax 6-inch mid bass in the door and an Illusion 3.5-inch coaxial in the dash, because the Illusion 3.5-inch coaxial is biampable, which most coaxial speakers are. So, you know, there's a lot to choose from.
All right, Cedric Davis, he dropped $7. Merry Christmas, my audio.
Oh, he could go Audio Frog too.
Audio Frog.
Go with the GS 6x9s,
yeah,
and then the GS or the GB little 2.5 up in the dash. Oh, that would be cool. High frequency mid range.
All right, Cedric,
too.
he dropped $7. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas, my audio pin brothers. After watching your videos, I'm 3 weeks away from purchasing an Alpine PXE 0A5S DSP. Nice, man. Yeah. Awesome.
Hopefully I'll be taking mine out shortly.
Yeah.
Because there's a piece coming, hopefully. That's what they're telling me.
Dan Loss, he dropped $20. Thank you. How do you do 200 times 4 watts on the AudioControl LC 4.800?
It's 120.
It's 120.
The only way to get 200 out is to go 2-ohm.
A 2-ohm.
And that would be going with a 2-ohm speaker.
2-ohm speaker, that's right.
Why are you repeating everything I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was weird. K2s sound really good running 2 ohms off of that amplifier, but I can tell you right now, most all the systems we use that on, and we use the 4.800 on a lot of systems, and you guys know that, 120 watts is more than enough power for about every single speaker you're going to put behind it. That is a ton, and I mean a god-awful large quantity of power to put on it. Now, if you decide that, like, no, I want more, Then I suggest getting the 61200 and bridging 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 out. We've done that on several occasions, like when we have a three-way set and the guy wants fader front and rear. We'll go with the 61200 and we'll put 1 and 2, 3 and 4, which is like stupid amounts of power into those on like a set of flax three-ways. Boy, yeah, wow. It'll really wake you up. That's for sure.
Thank you, David Padilla.
Oh, slow it down. It's not a full system install, finally. No. It's just taking out one DSP amplifier and putting another DSP amplifier in its place. Go easy, killer.
Yeah, right? For the CRV, if it's not broke, it's going to break?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that CRV is a nightmare. I'm glad we looked that up because I'm just like, that's one of those cars I just try to put out of my head.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare. God, that was... yuck.
It is.
What does it say? Hold on. Going through a thoughts. Yeah. Go for it. Focal, overrated, get morale. There again, it's up to you. I think they sound totally different. Like they're not any. They're two totally different animals. Oh, can't wait. Ooh, morale.
All right.
Can't talk. Bite
Pedro.
my tongue. Yep. Go ahead.
He say, hello fellas, kicker key 200.4
Yeah.
and the 500.1 also will work on an aftermarket radio like Pioneer AV 85NEX.
Yep.
According to your videos, you guys use it on the factory radios.
Yes, it'll do both. So if you start out with a kicker key in your car and you tune it obviously for the factory radio, it's got a cool little microphone that goes where the headrest is. And you decide, hey, I'm going to upgrade my radio finally. It'll still work. You can still do time alignment. You still use the equalizer. You can still do all that stuff that you want to do. But there is a process in order to do that. The first thing you want to do, of course, is go into your new radio and zero it out, meaning turn off all the sound settings, all the BS. If you get a Pioneer, all the stuff that's turned on. If you get a Kenwood, none of the stuff is turned on. You don't have to do anything. It's great. Alpine, you got to go turn... Yeah, it's Alpine.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Hello from France. I remember
Phil, yeah. Phil. Anyways, turn all the stuff off, put the microphone back on top of your headrest, and rerun it that way. Once you do that, it'll set up, it'll re-EQ it, it'll re-time alignment, it'll do all the fun stuff that it did before, and you're good to go. And now you'll have CarPlay or Android Auto or Bluetooth or whatever feature you wanted to have, and it'll still sound great.
That's right.
You can rock on.
All right.
Make it easier. Just get yourself a diamond box. I know, right? Just drop that in the back seat. Yeah.
All right, Deshaun. He dropped $499. What will be better for a 2006 Dodge Grand Caravan? Bypassing the amplifier or installing a new amp and rewire it? Well, kind of like...
I mean, you got to kind of rewire it.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I would go and get a new amp.
I mean, are we putting a new radio in it? Is that what we're doing?
We put in a new radio.
It's a 2006. I mean...
Change everything.
I'm just changing everything.
Yes.
I'm buying a new radio, bypassing the amp, putting in new speakers. I mean, you don't have to go crazy.
No. You don't have to go crazy.
I mean, you could just, there again, put a nice kicker key in there, call it a day, do a nice front stage upgrade, use the deck power to power the rears.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Opinions on the MiniDSP, more specifically the CDSP 6. You know, I got to buy one of those MiniDSPs at some point. We just have so many other DSPs we have to get through before that one. But yeah, I know. Honestly, I don't know enough about it to even comment on it.
David Monroe, he dropped $50. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for what you do. Can't wait to get my mug. Yes. Dean actually just bought boxes.
I had to order boxes.
Just like boxes.
Yeah.
So
we have 2 more to give away. So once we're done running that whole, I'm gonna do it all at one shot because my wife Sue will shoot me if I make her go to the post office like 6 times. So we have a whole bunch of stuff that's getting mailed out here in the next couple days or next couple weeks. So just be patient. they're coming. I had to order boxes for those. We got to get this out from last week. We got to get out the clean wire caddies.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do before we leave. We had 2 winners of the clean wire caddies. Hold on, let me get to them. I have them here, and no, you sent them to me in a text.
Yes.
Okay, hold on, I'm getting to it. Really?
Hey, Adrian. And yes, thank you, Bobby.
All right, so the winners of the clean wire caddy were this guy right here, Jason Laz Moron. Anyways, he was the first winner, so he gets the brand new wrapped up one. And then we had Taylor Pearson, also won. He won the one that we unboxed and we already showed everyone. But those are the 2 winners. I reached out to them last night, and they're super excited. If you guys are followers on the Clean Wire Club, which all of you guys should be.
Yes. Do you have it in there?
Taylor was the guy that made those really cool 3D printed wire holders. So I talked to him last night. We might be getting some of those. We might be doing something with that to give you guys. So stay tuned on that one. I'm pretty excited there. But with that being said, thanks so much for Ground Zero for being a sponsor of the show this month. We've had a lot of fun with those guys. Give them some love. Obviously, we all know they make amazing sound treatment, but man, they have some really awesome equipment that we got. Even though this is the end of the month for this, don't worry, there is more to come with Ground Zero. We got some DSPs coming. Just telling you now, we got DSPs coming. So we're gonna be doing some DSP training here real soon on that stuff. DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all the cool tools that we use in our installs. It's hard to believe that is an old picture. Teespring/store/5star is where you can pick up your cool shirt. And for those of you voting, remember, you got to go out and vote. You can get your vote Fernando right there. Yeah, this is the rip-off Napoleon Dynamite shirt, but it has this right here, Making America Bass Again. That's right. That's what happens on a Sunday morning when I don't get any sleep. I sit and make these things. iDataLink/Maestro is going to be the sponsor next month, so look forward to having some fun with those guys. Can't wait to start talking about the stuff we got on the wall behind us here. The MEA, so MEIndustryawards.com is where you can go and find maybe an installer near you, or a retailer near you, or a salesman near you. Don't discount the salesman, because that's the smart guy in the room that's going to help you learn all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. That's what we got for you. It's Saturday. What does that mean? That means it's time to go home and do stupid stuff. Meaning, it's socially awkward now to go out and have fun in public. I know, right? Anyways, order some pizza, get a 6-pack of something, bottle of water.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Kick back, relax, have yourself a fun time if you haven't already done that or started on your fun time this weekend. However, if you are going to do something like go out and be socially awkward with friends, make sure you call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a ride sharing, whatever, call a friend. Drive home safe, because we want you back here Monday, because Monday we're going to be over there on the Facebookers. Dude, you guys know how many years we've been doing this? I think these shows, I know on Facebook has got to be the longest running show for 12 volts ever. Like, live Q&A, like Soundman, he's been doing this for a long time. Steve Mead's been doing this for a long time, but not every Monday.
It's
like 5 or 6 years we've been doing that show. And that's why we keep doing it. I feel, it's like we're so vested into it. I almost don't want, because we've talked about taking the show from Facebook over here to YouTube, but it's like, there's so many.
It's been
so long. It's so weird. I don't just take it. I know. But anyways, guys, we want to see you back here Monday 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. It'll be the last day of the month. So shocking. Crazy.
Yeah.
That means one more day with Ground
That
Zero.
means we don't work that day or what?
No, of course we work.
Oh, okay, so.
I know I've thought about the 5-star car stereo masks.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but I don't know.
Thinking about it too.
Because I know you can get them from Teespring. I know it's weird.
All right,
end the show, Fernando.
All right, guys, on to the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.